This man Honk said, if Steph Curry was not on the Warriors, would he be the same?
Let me explain. In 2021, when Steph was the sole all-star on his team, what did he do? He did not make the playoffs. Steph is a great player, but you could take LeBron and put him on any team and they're gonna make the playoffs. Being 6'8" and being physically dominant is a lot different than being 6'3" and running around with people that aren't as talented.
I respect that, but Steph is different than something we've ever seen. Steph has changed the game, so it's hard for me to say that you can't put Steph on another team and then he accomplished what he accomplished, because I feel like a lot of what happened was because of Steph. If I was Steph's coach, Steph Curry would not be Steph Curry today. Like, I would have stumped the shit out of his growth. I ain't gonna even front. When we were on Team USA together, young Steph, and we would come down and he would do that and throw a behind the back pass and that shit would skip out of bounds, I would be like, what the fuck is this? Like, stop doing that shit. So shout out to Mark Jackson for seeing that greatness and bringing that out of it.
I don't know if Steph Curry's taking his team to the Western Conference Finals with the team that James Harden has and taking the Warriors to 6 games.
Look at Allen Iverson. We go back and look at the team that Allen Iverson took to the finals, and you're like, man, he didn't have nobody. He didn't have nobody. Because they built that team around him. You don't think some team couldn't do that for Steph?
I think Allen, you could probably plug in a lot of different players that fit the role. I think Steph and Golden State picked the right pieces. Klay Thompson is like the perfect piece because he's a two-way wing. And then Draymond Green, there's not a lot of Draymond Greens walking around. So my whole point is that I feel like it was the perfect storm in Golden State. Bron was gonna do whatever he did no matter who was on his team. And I felt that same way about James and Russ. And Steph's team was so great, it didn't feel like he was always willing his team to victory as those guys were.
So you're saying Steph doesn't become Steph without Klay and Draymond?
I just remember watching that season and everybody on the Warriors was so good. When I watched LeBron play in 2012, from what I've heard of Shaq and what I've seen of James Harden and Russell Westbrook, I don't think their teammates were as good as Steph Curry's teammates in his MVP season.
I wouldn't have got looked at the same had I not gone to the Mavs and played with Dirk. I wasn't a better defensive player then than I was earlier. I just got more shine. It's showing when certain players get around other great players, because they are team players, they're lifted.
So you were saying if Steph went to a different situation, he'd lift all those players up?
You can't put a Steph with some other guys who want to be the man, then no. But if you put Steph with guys that understand their role, yeah, I absolutely think so.
When you make a big free agent acquisition, you got to adjust to that star that gets there. Like everybody from the Lakers, when Luka got there, even Bron, we got a motherfucker coming in here now. We got to adjust. I think the same thing would have happened with Steph. You aren't going to have the same players. Steph is the generational talent. Steph is who you got to adjust to. The question is, hell yes, he will succeed wherever the fuck else he goes, because the GM is his job to put the right people around him.